Hey there! Welcome back to the Nauctis on YouTube.
I would like to speak Kovil.
In the midst of the vast, sprawling ocean, the 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 forces sail with strong resolve. These waters, once silent witnesses to the presence of safe merchant ships, have now transformed into a relentless battlefield. The furious waves crash violently, mirroring the brutality and uncertainty that now dominate this region. Here are several images of the piracy events unfolding in the current era. There are no dramatic or romantic stories about these pirates. They are men pushed by the circumstances of their lives. They are armed with lethal weapons and attack nearly every merchant ship they encounter. The bigger the target, the better. They seize cargo ships, hold their crews hostage, and demand significant ransoms. This phenomenon has been rampant, starting from the Gulf of Aden in the south, crossing the east coast of Africa to the highways of the Indian Ocean. In this area, pirates from conflict-stricken Somalia sail using small boats, hoping to secure large spoils. On the other hand, there is an international fleet determined to end the pirates' brutality. One member of this fleet is 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃, which collaborates with the Italian Navy, is a part of the European Union forces comprising 10 ships, known by the name Operation Atalanta. Not long after departing from the harbour, the 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 crew remains vigilant, looking for signs of potential threats. The danger of terrorism always lurks, even in the ports, especially in such regions. With the coming and going of cargo ships filling the horizon, it makes this area a very active pirate nest, considering the wealth of available targets. This mission becomes critically important, considering almost 20% of total trade entering and exiting Europe passes through this route. Days begin with morning meetings, with 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 managed by 225 crew members, both male and female, nearing the end of their 4-month mission. During this period, they have escorted convoys transporting food aid to Somalia, gathered intelligence on pirate activities, and secured the safety of sailors from various types of vessels, ranging from large cargo ships to small fishing boats. The Combat Control Center, or COC, is the heart of this ship. There, officers provide the latest updates to the commander on various aspects, from ship stock, weather forecasts, troop dynamics, to piracy incidents in the region. Most of this information is confidential. Once upon a time, pirates only attacked cargo ships sailing very close to the coast of Somalia. But now they have expanded their reach, targeting cargo ships and fishermen in the surrounding areas of Kenya and Tanzania and several southern locations. In executing their actions, they have adopted new tactics, not only utilizing fast boats to chase and board large cargo ships, but also launching attacks from so-called mother ships. These ships are often acquired from previous piracy acts, used as logistical centers in the open sea. To prevent attacks, this warship operates 2 helicopters daily for reconnaissance and surveillance missions. These helicopters are equipped with high-powered infrared cameras. Moreover, several shipping companies have taken their own steps to fend off pirates or protect their ships using equipment such as water cannons, traps, and barbed wire to avoid onboard invasions by pirates. They have also developed armor-plated security rooms known as citadels, where the crew can lock themselves while continuing to control their ships. However, from a height, looking at these large ships, the situation still feels somewhat surreal. Pirates nowadays are becoming more daring. Instead of fleeing, they have even begun trying to repel the military forces in the region. They exploit policies stating that military forces will hesitate to retaliate against their fire, as returning fire could result in hostage deaths, meaning these pilots must be able to control their gunfire. Despite having the hefty task of chasing pirates in long-duration operations, life at sea can feel monotonous and draining. Therefore, the 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗂 crew tries to fill their free time by cooking Italian dishes like pasta, watching football matches on satellite TV, and even enjoying the espresso bar and gelato facilities that are open almost all day on the ship. As they sail along the African coast, the brutality level of operations on 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗂 begins to escalate, especially when approaching the coast. The ship sends helicopters to oversee pirate camps from the air, monitoring activities on land. The commander tries to predict when and where these groups might attempt to attack and strives to stop them even before they leave the coast. 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗂 is not alone in its efforts. It shares all intelligence data with other task force fleets. The goal is to disrupt the continuous pirate operations. This resembles a chess game where each pawn keeps moving. However, it is far more threatening, especially for those performing duties at the forefront. About 29 years ago, 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗂 was born as a military ship, intended for another era. This ship was developed during the peak of the Cold War, primarily serving as an anti-submarine frigate armed with torpedoes, integrated missile launching systems, and large, long-range anti-ship cannons. However, in the pursuit of pirates, the use of these weapons seems improbable. Instead, the ship dispatches its helicopters over 2 seized ships anchored near the coast. The leaders only try to monitor the situation, as executing a rescue mission is too risky. The main mission is to resolve this stalemate non-violently, which generally requires ship owners to negotiate with the pirates and pay ransoms that can reach several $million. In 2016, over 1,000 piracy incidents were reported in the Middle Eastern waters, with total losses reaching $1.3 billion. Whereas in 2019, over 100 piracy incidents were recorded in the waters off Somalia, with financial losses amounting to $400 million. Somalia, a country that has been plagued by chaos and conflict without an effective government for 2 decades, has become a place where the younger generation of Somalia plunges into the world of piracy, opting to navigate the seas with small boats. Not far from 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗂, a French-flagged ship, part of the European forces, detects suspicious activity. They identify the presence of a pirate camp on a beach. Coincidentally, 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗂 is in the same area, keeping a distance from the horizon. The commander wishes to keep his ship undetected, but still sends a helicopter to gather intelligence on what appears to be a group of pirates camping there. From a number of photos taken over several days, a striking difference was revealed. One of the several small boats disappeared from the frame. The next day, a dhow appeared to be approaching, towing 3 small skiff boats. There is a possibility that these skiffs came from that camp. 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗂 tries to initiate communication with the crew of the dhow, asking them to stop moving. When the dhow refuses to comply, the situation quickly escalates into a confrontation. A helicopter is dispatched to approach and monitor the suspicious ship throughout the night. Subsequently, the helicopter began to fire warning shots as a signal. Only on the next morning did the 𝗬's crew finally respond through the radio, announcing their surrender. 10 Somali pirates handed over control of the 𝗬 and their hostages, consisting of 15 Pakistani crew members and an Iranian captain, to the hands of 𝗤𝗏𝗂𝗂𝗍. The pirates were temporarily detained in cells located in the ship's helicopter hangar for 10 days. However, their capture does not simplify the judicial process. The special court in Kenya assigned to handle piracy cases has been overloaded with cases. So there is a potential that once back on land, they will plan new piracy missions. During this mission, about 35 piracy incidents were recorded in the region, including 17 attacks and 1 successful hostage-taking.